Hey everyone, so as we're all aware, a lot of us are now working from home in isolation due to the current events. I hope everyone's well. So I firstly start by waking up 45 minutes later than normal because I don't have to drive to work anymore, so I do allow myself that extra time in the morning. Then I do something that makes me happy, which is read through my comments on YouTube. I always love to catch up with you guys. I just take a couple of minutes out to look through this. Then I think it's really important to jump in that shower, freshen yourself up, make yourself feel wide awake. This is really key when working from home because you don't want to feel all drowsy, all tired and sluggish. Next, it's down to what we're going to wear, and I do wear comfy clothes when working from home. Some people like to get properly dressed like they're going to work, and that's absolutely fine, but I personally like to wear something a bit more comfy than a high-waisted skirt and a tight top. Then I go into my dressing room and I make sure that I look presentable for the day. It's unlikely I'm going to be on any Skype video calls, but I like to put a little bit of makeup on just to make myself feel good. If I'm slouching around without makeup on, I just feel not productive. I know it sounds silly, but at the weekends, when I've got a full face on, I'm way more inclined to get stuff done, whereas when I haven't got my makeup on, haven't got my hair done, looking a bit like a scruff ball, I tend to not be as productive. So I definitely find this helps. Here's my little makeup collection. I'm just going to be doing a real basic look today. It's nothing crazy. It's literally going to be like a couple of minute routine. So I'm just putting on a little bit of foundation. This is the NARS Sheer Glow. I absolutely love this foundation. It's absolutely amazing. And then next I'm using a Benefit eyebrow thing. I don't know what it's called, but this is really good too. Then I'm using a little bit of clear brow gel, topping it off with some mascara, some bronzer that you'll see shortly, and then finally using my favourite Carmex lip balm, which you'll also see. I love that stuff so much. Just to make sure my working space is bright, I'm just opening the blinds and then I'm setting my working space up before I start work, which is at 8:30. So as you can see, I'm setting myself up in the spare room. I'm not going to be sitting on the sofa. I'm not going to be sitting on my bed. This is so bad. I don't think it's a good idea to be sitting in bed or on your sofa, which is your kind of safe spaces, your comfy spaces to relax when working. It's kind of bringing that work energy to your comfy relaxing space, and I just don't think you should really mix the two. I think you'll also find it more difficult to relax in the evening if you work from these spots. So if you do have somewhere that you can sit, even in your kitchen, wherever it may be, if you can find somewhere that it isn't your bed or your sofa, then I highly recommend it. I think it will do you wonders. So I'm just logging into my system software now because it can take a little bit of time. As you can see, it's kind of applying the settings to my personal laptop, which does like to take its time. And then I'm loading up anything that I may need to start with at 8:30 because I want to make sure my employers know that I am up and ready and that I'm not logging in last minute. So now I'm coming downstairs to make myself all the normal drinks that I'd have at work. So I'm going to have a nice cup of tea and also some cold brew coffee. This is really nice. I picked this up in Tesco's. It's really good. I just have a small amount of this because it's not high in sugar, but there is sugar in there. So I'd just like to have a small little portion, just to kind of, perk me up with a little bit of caffeine that's in there. So making myself a tea. I've already got a water upstairs and going to bring my cold brew coffee with me as well. As I said, I do start at 8:30, but I normally get to work a little bit early. Well, not every day, but some days. So I am going to be starting just that little bit early so I can plan my day and figure out what I'm doing. So I'm just going through my notes that I made the previous working day. I don't know if you guys do this, but I do recommend it just for normal working habits. So have a list of your to-do things, your priority cases, because it's key to ensure you're aware of what you need to do that day and what tasks you need to work on. So now I'm loading up Outlook, having a read through my emails. It's really key to stay in communication with your colleagues during this difficult time. Obviously, it is harder to communicate whilst we're all working from home. We're not face to face anymore, we're not having our meetings, so we need to communicate via email. I'm just catching up with one of my friends at work here also, just having a little bit of a catch up first off, just to make sure she's okay, and then I'm asking her about the current day's workload, how's she feeling about it. Again, it's really important to check in with your colleagues. People are going to be feeling isolated during this time, they are going to be feeling stressed and overwhelmed, and we all need to stick together and make sure that everyone feels happy and they're okay. So if you could just drop someone a quick email, a quick message, and they feel good about it, then you've done your good deed of the day. So now it's just before 11, I'm popping downstairs to get myself a snack to have a couple of minutes break, because it is important. At work we would go and get coffee. Obviously when you're at home you do end up sitting on your laptop for a lot longer than you would if you're at work. So I'm getting myself a snack. This is my first thing of the day. I'm having 2 plums, I think they are, and then I'm getting myself a mini roll. As you can see, I was like standing and looking at the fridge thinking, what should I have, tapping my leg. Then I decided to get a mini roll. And then now it hits 12 o'clock, which is my lunchtime, and I'm having a nice jacket potato, something easy, quick, convenient. You could have this with tuna, you could have it with beans, cheese, whatever. I just had it plain with butter and salt. Please don't think I'm boring. Well, I know I'm boring, but I would normally have toppings, but my can opener has broken, so I didn't really know what to do today, so I just had something nice and plain. But yeah, food prepping would be key as well during this time, and I'm going to be bringing you guys some more food prep ideas, things that will make your life a lot easier whilst working from home. Also, try and have your lunch away from your desk space. I'm just sitting in the living room and going to eat my lunch away so I can differentiate between my working space and my relaxation space. Do ensure you don't run over your lunch break. Obviously your employer is putting a lot of trust into you at this time, so it is important to not take the mick. So once you go back to work, I'm just making sure that I continue taking regular breaks throughout the day. Every kind of 1.5 to 2 hours, you want to make sure that you get up, have a little bit of a walk around, and then when it does hit the end of your working day, close that laptop, do not look at it again that day. You finished, done, and resume your normal at-home life. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching, and please stay safe. I love you guys.